Back everyone. Today we are reviewing and highlighting another popular book, this time The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Now yes, this book is a little bit less business focused and a little bit more woo-woo, let's say, but it is just as important. So let's go ahead and jump right in to the 10 best ideas from The Magic of Thinking Big. So the first great idea from this book is this: fear is real. Fear is success enemy number one. Fear explains why millions of people accomplish little and enjoy little. Action cures fear. Hesitation only enlarges and magnifies the fear. Now, I kind of combined a bunch of quotes and ideas related to the idea of fear, but the point is the same. The point is that one of the biggest roadblocks in the way of personal success, business success, and even just overall human advancement is fear. Now this means, oh no, what will people think of me? Oh no, what will the market say about me? Oh no, what if I don't get any leads? Oh no, what if I don't get any clients? Oh no, what if my ex-boyfriends or girlfriends make fun of me and see my failures? You get the point. Now this might seem kind of funny or irrelevant as I mention it here, but this is actually an extremely valid point, which is that fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of losing status among your group is one of the biggest blockers of success. The next great idea from this book is that few people feel that they are just right age-wise. Now, this is kind of an overarching example here, which is that a lot of people, whether they are looking to lose weight or start a business or grow their business or literally any goal in life, including advancing their career or whatever it might be, say, oh, I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm not skilled enough. I'm overskilled. The point is that we always feel that we are either not enough or too much. So the point is that it's fine to feel this way or to think this. Okay, that's fine. You feel you're too young. You feel you're too old. You feel you are too whatever. Okay, that's fine. It's natural. But the important point here is to not let that stop you. The next great idea from this book is a man is not doing much until the cause he works for possesses all there is of him. Now, this might sound kind of simple, but I couldn't agree with this more, that literally, there have been situations where I have applied for jobs and next thing you know, that application took over my life and for the next week, I was committed 100% to that thing. Or where I wanted to create a lead magnet, or I wanted to start a new business, or I wanted to run a half marathon, or literally any goal. The point is that when something captures your attention, your admiration, your whatever you want to call it, your dedication, let's say, your devotion, that means that you can probably accomplish more in 3 days than you can in 1 month without so much of that devotion or attention. Now, of course, I know this isn't necessarily easy to suddenly say, oh, well, I am suddenly devoted to XYZ. But keep in mind that this actually can make a huge difference. This means you will wake up early, you will stay up late, you won't watch YouTube, you will skip TikTok, and whatever else it might be. The next great idea from this book is this: people on Skid Row are eager, even anxious, to tell you about the situation that wrecked him. Lots of folks go through life explaining their mediocrity with hard luck. These people are still like children, amateur even, searching for sympathy. Now, this kind of goes back to the point that don't make excuses. Now, I know this might seem oversimplified, and to be fair, there are reasons, there are excuses, there are factors working against you no matter what your lot in life might be. But the point is that whether you like it or not, science has shown, experiments have shown that people who take more accountability in their life, who claim more agency, who make less excuses, tend to be more successful no matter what. The next great idea from this book is this: average people have always resented progress. Now, this is another one of those universal ideas, which pretty much means you shouldn't expect other people to support you. Now, I know that sounds a little bit more negative than I want it to sound, but the point is that if you're a regular person, which I assume you are, then you're probably surrounded by other regular people. And given you're a big group of regular people, most of those other regular people actually won't like that you are passing them up. So if you are starting a business or advancing your career or getting certified in something or going back to school, literally bettering yourself in any way, losing weight, gaining muscle, running a marathon, literally you could go any direction here. The point is that you should expect that most people won't be as supportive as you think they should be, or as much as you think they will be, which is actually fine. So not to get too into the hater category here, although that definitely is a big factor, is just to prepare for the fact that anytime you better yourself, expect most people to not like that and even discourage you. Have you read The Magic of Thinking Big, or do you have any other book suggestions? Definitely drop them in the comments below. The next great idea from this book is this: the important thing is not where you were or where you are, but where you want to get. Now, this is actually a gigantically important step, which actually goes into another great book, which is The Courage to Be Disliked, which you can definitely check out here. But the point is that this goes into two entirely different trains of thought, which is number one, that my past defines me, and the other train of thought or idea is that my future defines me. Now, for better or worse, most people tend to go this way, which means that they think their past defines them. Studies and science and experiments have shown over and over again that what really differentiates people in their present and future is where they are aiming to go, not necessarily where they have been or even where they are now. The next great idea from this book is that ideas are highly perishable. Now, I know this seems a little bit more simplistic, but this is extremely important, and actually this even affected me last night. The point is that this happens to all of us, whether we are in the shower or about to go to sleep or going on a walk or on a run or doing something that doesn't seem very important or something like that. That is when most people have the best ideas. Now, when most people have these ideas like, oh, I should promote my business this way, I should do this, I should advance my career this way, I should get certified in this, I should X, Y, or Z, most people say, nah, I'll remember. Well, as you might imagine, most people don't, myself and yourself included. So the point here, as you might imagine, given that ideas are highly perishable, is that you should write them down. Now, I know that sounds like the simplest idea ever. Like, wow, write my ideas down? That sounds so simple. Like, why doesn't everybody else do that? I agree. So whether you are falling asleep and you have a great idea, or you're in the shower, or you're going on a walk or a run, or you're driving in the car, or you're riding on the train, whatever it might be, that is actually when people tend to have the best ideas. So be sure you have your phone or a voice recorder or a notepad or whatever it might be, but write all of those ideas down. The next great idea from this book is that your mind is a thought factory. It's a busy factory, producing countless thoughts in one day. So the point here is that you really do get out of your brain what you put in. Now, I know this is kind of, like I mentioned, this is kind of a little bit of a woo-woo topic, let's say, but it really is important. So in other words, if you spend all day consuming news, in other words, negative world events, let's be honest, then what you put into your brain, that's what you're going to get out of it. Now, on the other hand, you input into your brain things that are positive or conducive or productive or however you want to look at it, then that naturally gets your brain going in a better direction. Now, remember, your brain, it is an idea factory. Whether you like it or not, it is constantly producing ideas and thoughts one way or another. Now, the raw materials for those ideas, you do have control over. So anyway, you get the point here that your brain is an idea factory, so you want to give it some positive inputs. The next great idea from this book is initiative is a special kind of action. It's doing something worthwhile without being told to do it. Now, I could go on forever about the value of proactivity and stick-to-itiveness and pretty much just doing things without being told to do it. Now, this is actually such an important topic, and actually it's why most people like being an employee as opposed to being an entrepreneur or a business owner, is because the human brain has evolved. It's just easier and even preferable to us to take orders from somebody else. So anyway, the point is that initiative, taking action on your own accord, using your own creativity, doing your own research, I can't emphasize how important it is to your personal and professional success. The next great idea from this book is this: don't let negative thinking people destroy your plan to think yourself to success. Negators are everywhere, and they seem to delight in sabotaging the positive progress of others. They feel inadequate, so they want to make a mediocre person out of you. This kind of continues on some of the ideas that we've already mentioned, which pretty much means don't let other people's opinions into your world, especially if they are negative or if they don't have the same goals as you. Now, this does not mean to become pessimistic or negative and to say, oh, everybody's against me, everybody hates me, I don't want to listen to anybody. Now, that isn't necessarily the case, although it is kind of true that most people are going to be haters, however you want to look at it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you should become negative yourself. Now, just keep in mind, most people, they are just defending their own egos, because if you do anything good, lose weight, grow your business, start a business, whatever it might be, people will naturally feel more insecure about your progress. Now, it's fine if they want to be negative about it. Okay, not only is that okay, you should actually expect that, but don't feel negatively towards them, but at least expect it. And the absolute most important lesson from this book is to hit the like button and subscribe below. If you learned something interesting today, it does help a lot. For more help finding your niche, creating your signature program, and getting clients, then definitely check out my More Calls, More Clients coaching program in the links below. Well, that wraps us up for today. Thanks everyone for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one.